Now we have the last participant for today, last but not the least, CA Vydianathan Subramani, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. So, Vydianathan Subramani, aka Mohan, you can call me Mohan if that's easy for you. Julius must have been very tired after this 7 presentations, so I'm going to make
Rishi
my
sir,
presentation.
please mute your mic. Rishi sir,
Okay,
continue,
Julius must have
please.
been very tired, so I'm going to keep my presentation very light and simple. And also, I'm going to leave the programming to the programmers, not to take up their job as well. So let me start my presentation. Okay, sharing my screen. Yeah, okay. Let me bring the screen onto this side, and then I can just do this. Okay. Basically, I'm not going to the very specifics of like we have been saying in the previous presentations. I'm going to be touching and it's nice to be the last participant because I picked up a few more points as well as a summary point at the end of my slide. Practical use cases of Copilot in Excel for enhanced productivity. That's going to be my title, though. Based on my previous communication with Rishi J, the title or the presentation I'm going to give was spelled wrongly or incorrectly, but I will also touch that anyway in a sense. So basically, we're going to be keeping the ChatGPT to a limited extent, like guiding formulas, right? Using the natural language in getting the formulas done and increased efficiency and detecting and correcting the formula errors and optimizing complex calculations like improved performance and maintainability enhancement. My concerns mainly coming here, not to compromise the sensitivity of information I have. This is a very serious concern. Though the AIs are enterprise versions or the paid versions, no doubt they're going to be using R cases as well in their AI language model at some point in time. And data protection using the unlicensed versions of the AI like Google Colab and Gemini, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, you name it, it's very much concerned. And data and information validation, we talked about so many times. And just using the AI doesn't mean it's going to be an accurate information unless we have some mechanism built in around to validate data. And AI should help to enhance ease of working instead of duplicating what is already available. For instance, if I need to have a report which is going to be in recurrence in nature, then I would expect my financial application or any application platform that I use should be developed so that the repetitive actions and series of workings can be built in, rather using AI each time. And time saving and processing a data and cost effective. For example, if I asking my Tally pupil, by the way, I'm from the UK. So if I'm going to be asking my application provider to build an aging report in the system, and they're going to be charging me £2,000, for example. And each time I'm putting my own time because I'm a contractor. I'm very costly to the company, so my one day is costly to the company as well. So my days and the cost on me is going to be very expensive for the company than asking the programmers to design and make a statement, make a report for us. Okay, so having said that, I'm going to be I'm going to be showing up, summarize text, get insights on data, write formulas, look up data, highlight duplicate values. These are all the areas I'm going to be covering up in a minute on my Excel, which is being used up with Copilot. This can go now, and my Excel is going to come onto my screen. Okay. I need to, do you see my screen of my Excel or something else? Let me share again, sorry.
Yes, it was appearing, sir.
Okay, cool. Okay, so that's the cover, which a point we're going to be catching up in a minute. So let's go to the missing serial. This is the title given, that's why I just built in, and to make sure that I'm addressing what the caption was given for my presentation too. So basically, let's imagine that this is because in the last week presentation as well, one of the person was making a large macro to find out the missing invoice numbers. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be just asking the Copilot The only subjective conditions to use the Copilot is the file has to be in the cloud in SharePoint, and we have to keep the autosave on. So these two are the primary conditions for the Copilot to work. So what I'm going to do now, so data between this is what the statement I'm going to use, create a listing of missing invoices. So I'm going to just copy and paste here. And it's working on it. So it's giving me some junky information, but that's not my interest because I want to keep and make a macro so that each time I click on it and it gives me a list of invoices. It could be any number of lines and columns. I'm only taking a very simple selection of data. So let me ask, create me a VBA so that can do the job. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy paste. I am good at macro as well, but I am just pretending myself as I am not at all good at macros. So I'm going into view code, which is now completely empty, module 1. I'm just going to put that in there. Okay, I can run from here, of course, clicking on that, I can run from here. Just for the sake of nicety, I'm going to use the developer and macros. I'm going to keep my cursor here and macros. Okay, give me that. That's going to give me in a minute. So that's my first use case as we cover that, and summarize text. So this is the HRM information, for example, coming CRM information coming from any selected third-party tool or any applications. Then I have to create, and what do I do as a company based on the various presentations? And I have no time to read through all these comments being given, and also it's not in a very structured format. So like I can take the first left 5 characters or last 5 characters, and it's all in a junky format. So I'm just going to ask Copilot, summarize the reviews. So it's giving me suggestions as to what I need to look into, like in a normal ChatGPT or any other AI services. So service quality and results, what does it do? Staff and owners presence, pricing and value, wait time and facility conditions. And also I'm also going to ask, give me some improvement suggestions. Here, there are no numbers involved. So Shubham, you'll be very light on this. There are no validations required. Okay, so it's going to give me also, so this could be any number of lines, could be 1,000 lines, 10,000 lines, 20,000 lines. So it's going to give me a summary information. What should I do? Where my concerns are, and how my inefficiency go in, where exactly I need to concentrate and everything. So let me make it simple. So let me move on to the next one and get insight data. So that's one thing that we are going to look at. So this is the HRM cube has given me the download information. Then I need to, because I rely on the Copilot as an AI for my presentation and highlight to the board or to the company owners or the stakeholders what to concentrate, where do we go wrong, and things like that. So it's going to be, I'm going to I'm going to increase the efficiency using Copilot in this case. So this is the downloaded HRM cube. Let me assume like that. So I'm going to just, first of all, if for the nicety, I want to auto size the columns. Of course, we can argue that we can just highlight, double click on that. So I can ask this as well. It'll give me, can I apply? Then click on apply. It's going to auto size as well. I'm not going to show that now because I'm given 10 minutes. And give me a VBA code to change. Okay, by the way, this dates are coming in different formats. I think the software must be having an American date format in this case. So I want a VBA. Definitely, I want a VBA because so that I can also ask few more additional information based on this data. So give me a macro because I want to convert the date into DDMM YYYY. Okay, I've got that. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy that, right click and view code and module. We got that. The first one, we got that. So I'm going to just do this one and then close it. So now I'm going to go back into there, and then click on, let me just read through that. Yeah, that's right. So let me go back into the developer and macro, and that's the one which we created and run. So boom, all the dates have come now into DDMM.
Last 2 minutes, Mohan sir.
Sorry,
Last 2 minutes.
Okay. So then get insight of the data. So I can also ask insight data and give me some sort of create a chart for salary performance by rating. I can ask for it. So it's going to give me something like this, and I can also use up. So we got the graph as well. We can use it up in it. We can copy paste in any one of the places wherever, and then give me another chart by role. Also, it's going to give me another chart so that I can see what is the cost I'm incurring on the good employees, average employees, poor employees, and also by the role as well. So it's going to give me an option to add to a new sheet. I can also add to the new sheet, and it's going to give me a chart like what of my HR cost, how am I paying to by the categories or the role. So it's going to give me that as well. And then go back again. Then you can also ask for the employee, insert a column for the year of number of years that employee worked. So this time it's going to create a formula and insert. So it got it now, but I can say insert a column. So it's going to just insert and tell me the number of years of worked. So create a column and shows department for each employee. We can do so. I'm just running the time restrictions. Highlight duplicate values. We can do this one, for example. That's why I just put my name into several places. So I'm saying highlight duplicate values in name column, color it in light orange. I'm just saying that. So it's like catching up the ghost employees or an employee given too many roles. So it can also be used like that. So I'm just going to apply. It's applying now. Yeah, it's applied. Similarly, I want to highlight those lines because I want to choose the best employee for the month. So I want to choose and then rate them as well. So just give me those lines with the excellent performance in light green, for example. So it works on that. So we can leave it for now. And I want to cover a few more points. Adding formula column. So we can also add formula column, which we covered that. And department. So for example, if I just assign the departments, we can also make it to create a formula, create a column that shows department for each employee, looking up the department from department sheet. If I'm going to ask that, it's going to create a formula as well. This is my last one, then I can leave it. So I'm inserting the column. It's also having a permanent, of course, these formulas, most of our finance colleagues may be aware of all these formulas, but it's mainly helping people who are intermediary or less than intermediary for them to create the statement, reports and presentations like we
ये
discussed.
सूरत का बताइए अगस्त में जो बैच हुआ था.
Having said that, Rishi is on the other call. Having said that,
So Rishi
my
sir, mute
presentation is over.
yourself,
I'm leaving it to you to ask me anything. As I said, Rishi can go lighter because there's no validation involved in here. Thank you.
Yes, Mohan sir, I really liked your presentation. I literally enjoyed your presentation. Even Rohit ji will also second my thought that Copilot being the most underrated tool. If we go by this thing, Copilot being the most underrated tool, and you explained us so nicely. You explained us very you explained it in very nice way. No question from my side. Over to you, Rohit sir.
Right. So thank you so much for this Copilot team. The thing is, why it's not underrated in India, because the most of the people not using 365, another paid version, another there is I don't know 2000 per month for the Copilot. So that's why it is sometimes we see that it is it is not cost effective sometimes. That's why it is when you are showing it is not like that. It is not cost effective. So we are also using it in our office and all these things. So that's why we understand that we are struggling with somewhere. And the thing is, when we use Copilot, it is very easy to understand things, and creating PPT also, creating that, there's sometimes in the drafting also, we struggle with the, ending, sub-ending, all this thing,
Just
heading,
on one
subheading,
note,
everything is.
sorry, on that one note, the presentation I showed you was created by AI, Copilot. I didn't type a single
I
word.
can understand, sir. They can see that images is created by ChatGPT and Copilot.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
behind of that OpenAI is there, behind the Copilot, there is no LLM like Copilot. This, behind there is OpenAI. So this is a good demonstration. So thank you so much, sir, for this
Thank you.
nice presentation. Copilot.
And
Thank you so much, sir.
being, I mean, I didn't want to go in depth to it as I can go, but I want to make sure that what the potential available in using the AI for someone in the team to give me a report the way I want, using up their self-knowledge in fetching information from Copilot, mainly Copilot, because I think about cost versus compromise. So
one last suggestion can I share with you, sir?
please, yeah.
So the
please
thing
go.
is, when you are any time in then you are VBA code and anything, do not put both the code in the same module. Insert new module. Otherwise, it will run both.
I do that.
Sometimes it happen. That's why
I do
that was not conducted in first time, because you put the code into the same module.
Yeah.
That's why happened.
I
Otherwise,
do that.
everything is
And
perfect.
just on that
sir. Thank
note,
you.
quickly, on that note, without taking much of time. So my VBA creations will be completely dynamic, keeping one sheet as the sheet name sheet. So because
I can
people
understand.
changing the
Yes.
sheet name
Yes.
should not break the macro. That's the way I
Right.
create. So
Because
yeah,
you start with the view code, now it is only for sheet only. I can
exactly.
understand it.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Mohan sir.
Thanks, Rishi, for the good opportunity.
Over to you, Rishi, sir.
Thank you, Rohit sir and Shubham sir. Any final advice for the contestants from both of you?
My personal advice will be that whenever we make any type of tool or any type of demonstration, since we are the chartered, since we are the professionals, the only thing with my perspective, the only biggest challenge is accuracy. We need to maintain the accuracy of the results. That's it from my side.
Everyone
Rohit sir,
presented very well. Demonstration is too good. Sometimes, I'm not that I did not see so many hackathon and all these things, but yes, we did good, and we learned also from all these things. And we are thinking, and I'm also thinking that the people are doing all this thing. Like Santosh sir created the whole module, and everything is there. And I think it's 3 months he provided to consistently for doing this task. One more thing I want to just add. Before coming to that any hackathon, just once watch previous hackathons also. So we'll get the idea okay, what's going on, what people are doing, and how we can also create something, because you will get so many use cases also, and you will also get the idea to polish your thought. This is from my side. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for your everybody is senior, junior, and with not junior like things in the profession, because everybody is in his own domain is perfect. So this all is learning is there. So thank you so much, everyone, and thankful to Rishi sir and the team for giving this opportunity to interact with all of you. Thank you.
Can I take an opportunity to say a few words about the juries today?
Yes.
Okay, Shivam, thank you. The validation is the key. As an accountant, we can't compromise on that. Thank you. Very good point that you touched upon.
Yes.
And Rohitji, you have gone into the JSON file, and I'm really amazed. Like those very technicalities behind it. I'm also very good at IT, and out of my own interest, I'm also an Android application developer myself, just as a pastime. And so
Nice.
you have very good knowledge on the insider to everything that you mentioned. So thank you so much.